What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Hof Bergmann. Now that the 1.2 update is officially out, you can go grab your own copy if you have not already done so. I've got a link to that down in the description. I've also got a link to what's new in 1.2 video that we put out over the weekend if you want to get caught up as to what's been added and or significantly changed since the 1.1.0.1 update. We're going to start our gameplay back here on the 1.2 map. And once we get some of our animals fed, meaning our ducks and geese, we're going to go buy some construction goods because we have three. That's right, 3 construction projects here at the farm. We're going to start out building our butchery. We're going to build out a farm shop A. And we're going to pave some of our farmyard. 2 of those have been added in 1.2. Of course, the butchery, that's been around for a while. We're also going to be making use of the Mercedes-Benz pack because why not? German map, German engineering. I think it goes together. He just holds the, he's just got very, very limber wrists. Alright, that's what we wanted to get done. I mean, you can do this view if you wanted. Okay. Now we're here at the Garden Sentry. We need to buy some stuff. I've got a shopping list. Let me pull that up. According to my shopping list, I need 5 planks. Thank you. I'm not done. I also need how many prefab walls? No prefab wood beams. 3 wooden beams. We're not done. Cement bags. I need 8 cement bags. Only one. Oh. I gotta move some stuff. Hold on. I need to move my shopping list. Okay. We're gonna do 3 buildables. At least we're gonna get 3 started. They're pre-placed. You just gotta buy the stuff. These aren't placeables. You'll see here in a moment. Now, what I think it's interesting about using the Mercedes-Benz this way is the fact that, well, the engine is your counterweight. Pretty nice counterweight. Oh, bad stuff's happening here. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, Raz, it's fine. These are rear loaders, not front loaders. Of course, I could use autoload, but I didn't add that to the folder. Alrighty. Bear with me, folks. Move that out of the way. What if I told you they had tanning beds there? Okay. No, 7 bags. We need brick. Cement brick. Cement block. We need 2. Roof plate. Nope. Tools. Yes, we need 2. Tools. And that'll get us started. What great hand-eye coordination this gets. See, you don't get to become a multi-time bale stacking champion and not be able to load a trailer at least. Is it the most pretty load? No. Is it loaded? Yeah. Shoot, where are we at? Oh, we're over here. All right, we need one more. Okay, that'll get that started. Let's just say I never use a controller. There we go. Wonder if I can get 3 bags of this before 3 pallets before I'm overloaded. Question is, did you buy the booze rider? Don't you have to like buy a booze ticket or something for all you can drink booze? Oh, she's getting a little light in the front. But we got it. You know what's disgusting? Rice pudding. That's nasty. This might be so stupid heavy I can't pick him drive it. Ta-da! They have 84 lumber that far south? I didn't think it was below Virginia. Or below Maryland, actually. I've never seen an 84 lumber here in Virginia. Remember, I come from the land of Mary. Bucket, you can fudge off. All right. Ha ha. How'd you like that one? No, Hof Bergmann is in Germany. All right, one more set of something. What's next? OSB board. We'll come back and get that. We need 4 thing of those. Ceramic. Nope. Curbs. Yep. We need curbstone. Paving stones. Yeah, we need that. We'll come back and get that. Door and window. Yep, we need one of those. No more space. All right, that's fine. These 2, and that's what we're gonna call it. Yeah, there's more than the butchery. There we go. Oh, I'm glad I don't have to go up any hills. She's loaded down heavy. Well, dolly trailers, they just take a little time. You want to back the way you want the trailer to go, as opposed to the opposite direction. Or you can get the lock steering axle mod. Call it a rite of passage. There's you know, it's the advanced farm sim. Okay. Oh. All right, let's ship that. We need to get our tools. Unstrap this fabulous load. So our butchery is right here, and we need tools to get this project started. We also need to empty out our garage because we're going to convert this to be a farm shop A. So let's jump in our new Hof Bergmann van. And we'll put this over here. Hof Bergmann branded. Now we need to come in here to our farmhouse and pick up our blueprints that we have conveniently left in our kitchen for our renovated garage. And now that we've done that, we can come back over here and we'll see that we now need tools to start our farm shop A. Too bad the tools get used up. Right? It'd be neat if you could just reuse your tools. Okay. Now we need wooden beams. Conveniently, we already have wooden beams. On the last day, we discovered that you could go over by the competition area, and they were basically handing out free racing gloves. All right, you missed an Indian wedding. Did you know that they were 3 days long? Now, basically, we wait for that to do its thing. I swear there was over 1,000 guests at that thing. And they had a party Thursday night. Because I flew in Thursday. So they had a catered party in one of the big halls Thursday night. They had, then the wedding was on Friday. There was another giant party Friday night. And then they had a party Saturday. Okay. Now this project needs 3,000 cement bags and 2,000 cement brick. Here we go. mean, they had catered open bars. I mean, I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars was spent. Okay. Now, go over here. We need 4,000 curbs and 2,000 cement bags. Okay. That's the triggers. That's where they go. These are not placeables. These exist on the map. They go where they go, or they don't go anywhere else. I'm still in awe that one motion platform was just 3,500, and then add the driving setup to it was only 5,500. Oh my gosh. I did indeed. That was insane. Okay. We need... this. And this. way, we'll get this going again. What kind of house party were they having? They broke your chair. Best new feature right there. We've got a camera pointing back at the rear. Yeah, so we can do things like this. How do I have the buildable? They're built into the map. One of the many innovations that this map has that I'm sure other people will pull out of this map and make use of somewhere else. All right. Let's go get some more stuff. Yeah, we own the farm at the start. Alright, this needs nothing right now. This needs what? Nothing right now. And we need curbing stones here. 4,000 curbs. Let's rotate and get back to it. Before we get too far into this, this video is brought to you by Stephen Mule, and Mark Bauer. Thank you for being farm barons. So we need to buy furniture yet, and we need to buy those windows and doors, and then I gotta go buy some stone. No, I don't have Patreon. It's YouTube membership. You can find a join button down in below the video, unless you're on iOS, and then YouTube doesn't put it there because Apple insists on taking their cut when they had nothing involved in it. Yeah, YouTube takes a cut. They get 30%. Creators get 70%. Oh, we might be able to get 4. Shall we play a game? Bad things have happened. Well, if you go to the farm machine show in the old Louisville, Kentucky, you can actually get a tractor cab. Oh, that's new. That's a new trick. Yeah, we can do it. Well, I don't have 22 installed anymore. It's basically how fast can you stack 8 bales on a trailer, which is a little stressful when you got a clock running and more people on the thing. Yeah, I used to play cheater forks that you could turn the collisions off on the forks. Okay. The Giants hasn't added bale stacking to Farm Sim 25 yet, but in 22 there was a bale stacking mode. where they had an arena, and you'd have up to I think 6 or 8 competitors, and you could configure it for anywhere between I think 4 and 12 bales, and you had to stack them on a trailer and then get across the finish line first. The 1.2 video mentions them and shows them completed. There is an independent video that shows the actual building of them. The farm shop basically takes a day. The paving takes just a few hours. Where are we at? It takes you out of the tractor as if you're driving forward, which is a little distracting. Okay. That should be everything we need up here. I've got a YouTube short of a bale stacking run I did a couple years ago. Open world implies you can go anywhere and do anything. So, like, for example, the farm sim is open world, meaning that, right, you can pretty much go anywhere on the map. You're not restricted to just where the roads are, or roads and fields. So to be open world, for example, with ATS, no. Because ATS only lets you drive where the roads are that they have. SnowRunner was open world, and the fact that you could pretty much get to your destination however you could get to your destination. Typically a racing game is not open world. Forza Horizon's open world, but it's more of an arcadey racy title. Well, you add three 32-inch monitors, and yeah, now you got 96 inches of screen real estate. And then if you're only sitting a foot to a foot and a half away from it, alrighty. In a racing title, they would, because you can now see beside you. Whereas with a single monitor, you really don't know what's beside you. You just kind of have to guess, because all you can really see is what's in front of you. So with three monitors, you can look left, you can look right, you can basically see out the sides of your car. Assuming your FOV is set up right and all that. You typically want to have matching. That way everything lines up good. Depending on the racing title, they typically have ways for you to eliminate the bezel, so you don't lose part of your screen. This will be fun. Yeah, well, there was some at the show. Some ultra-wide curved displays at the show on some of the flight rigs and driving rigs. The Giant setup had a ultra-wide. I don't remember the the specs on it. Okay, we need herbs, right? That's what we need down here to get this thing started. Curbs, yep. This water point, that's new in 1.2. And I dump into that. It's a little too tall. All right, so now that we've supplied that, we need to bring 16,000 units of gravel. They had Moza, yeah, they had Moza wheels. They had the Moza truck sim wheel. Did y'all mess with that at all? Now the direct drive that Giants had, the Logitech Pro, I think that's $1,000. The pedals are like $599 or something. I mean, it's a big motor, and the motor's not that expensive, right? It's a controller to drive the motor, and well, just like anything else, it's top of the line. You don't get anything better than a direct drive wheel. I didn't mess much with the Turtle Beach direct drive stuff. But it sounded like one of those models was out now. Another model was coming out soon. Corsair was there, and of course Corsair now owns Fanatec, so there was plenty of Fanatec stuff there too. But that whole booth was extremely busy. Sounded like you had to almost get there at the start of the day to get your name in the on the list. Yeah, that's pretty much how all the direct drive stuff is. The drive motor and then the wheel is separate. Front loader tools. Buy me a bucket. Let's go. So, like Moza, you would need to stay within the Moza ecosystem for your wheel to go with your base, because I think the Moza stuff has pin and pads that connect the wheel to the base. But then some of the more higher end bases just have a quick connect that any wheel can connect to. Because there are some pretty high-end wheels out there that are hundreds of dollars by themselves. All right, we're down here at the sand pit area. I need gravel. So we are here in the western expansion. So the map originally ended basically here. And we're now in the western expansion at the gravel pit. We have a compost facility, or just in front of that. And and these heaps obviously build over time. We may not have all 16,000 liters worth of gravel now. We may have to wait a game day. What's up, Delilah? How's it going? We're putting this trackball to use tonight. You gotta build it. If you don't buy the materials, how are you gonna build it? It's not gonna build itself. It is already on the map. It's not like a placeable. But you still have the option of building it or not. Just like the little sheds that are on Riverbend Springs. And we're gonna need 2,000 units of sand. Exactly like the roller coaster, or the museum, or the pirate ship, or the temple. Are the buildable houses, buildable sheds. It's just one is a butcher, one is a farm shop, and one basically gives you a nice paved area for your machinery to be parked in. All right, let's go deliver this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. No, the butcher's daughter doesn't come with it. Wonder how many people keep staring at the rear camera there and end up running into stuff. We're using the Unimog, part of the Mercedes-Benz pack. A truck slash tractor. Has the speed of a truck and has the versatility of a tractor. Oh, this instant I'm using a wheel and pedal. Now I'm using keyboard and mouse. All right, let's go back and get some more gravel. But before we're doing that, I want to draw your attention to Apex Gaming Computers. We do have a partnership with them. I've got 3 configurations available over at their site. I've got a link down in the description below. Right now, through February 17th, so just 2 more days, you can save up to $779, plus you get a free CPU contact frame, overclocking, and upgraded thermal paste on every PC with free US shipping. For example, we have our Homesteader configuration, which is using an AMD Ryzen 7600X, 240mm AIO cooler, 32 gigs of RAM, 5070 GPU, and a 2TB Gen 4 NVMe drive, 750 watt power supply. So plenty of power for future upgrades. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Windows 11, or you can go with the 9600X, 32 gigs RAM, 5080, 2TB drive, or you can go with the $1,300 5500 AMD Ryzen with a 32 gigs again RAM and a 5050 NVIDIA GPU and 2 terabytes of NVMe storage. 750 watt power supply or 1250 watt power supply on the Rancher. None of those configs strike your fancy. You can come up here to gaming PCs, full gaming custom PCs, and select from one of their other options. Using a link down in the description though does give me a little bit of credit for anything that you may ultimately decide to buy. We're back to wheel and pedals, so let's go get some more stone. Oh my gosh. Disaster has struck. It's totally your fault, white car. Now you're driving on the wrong side of the road. Yeah, anytime I'm in cab, I'm pretty much on a wheel. Anytime I'm out of cab, it's pretty much a wheel, keyboard, and mouse. Now, from what I do understand, some of the direct drive stuff doesn't work with respect to farm sim feedback. Not like we really have a whole lot of farm sim feedback anyway. But it's not a dead wheel. Alright, I don't think we're going to get 8,000 liters of stone. We'll probably have to come back a little bit later. Tomorrow's video is going to focus on the goose breeding area, and then hopefully I plan to be able to work on a composting video tomorrow for Wednesday's release. And then I've got one more video planned for the Hof Bergmann Explained series that's going to cover the changes at the main farm with respect to cows and calves. Go. Oh, we pretty much have drained our gravel. So we'll have to come back. Where are we at? 4,000, almost 5,000. All right, that's fine. Yields have been reduced a bit on clover and grass. If it's set up right, it should. Because it should detect all of the bulk fill types registered on the map. And we'll put this here. We'll go across the way. Just make sure this isn't waiting on anything. Almost. This project is almost ready for something else, and then that one's still waiting on gravel. All right, do we have a mower? No, we don't. It's okay. We got our big MB track in black and gray. Go to town. I've been streaming Farm Sim since 2017. Could use the Unimog for this, but it's down at the it's down at the gravel pit. Oh, I don't know. I don't think it hurts. Everyone has an opportunity to ask questions or say something. And if you've never seen this, it's got an animated straw plane inside the building. Oh, well, what did we miss, Raz? While we were away, what did we miss? Well, they're being converted from an empty shed to a butcher, and from a garage to a shop. It's fine. That's why I have a whole playlist explaining all the features of this map. Ah, the black and silver. A beautiful color scheme. For the old MB track. Let's add some straw. New change. We make cow milk out of powdered cow milk for our calves. Nah, I call those tractors wiggle worms. I did get an opportunity to drive a center articulating loader in where did we go? When we went to the farm thing, we went to the state above Chicago. We went to cheese. We went to Wisconsin. That's it. We went to Wisconsin for the Farm Sim 25 launch event. We got to drive a case articulated loader, and they do operate very much like that. What's up, Douglas? Am I remembering right that there's a cheese house in Wisconsin that's basically like every other place's Waffle House? We didn't get an opportunity to go there, but I feel like when I was driving or riding, I saw these cheese houses. Oh, it's always fun to watch. Raz, that's not what you're supposed to use the chocolate fudge for. I did see a giant gummy bear factory. Although I'm not a big fan of those gummy bears, they're really hard. I think the best gummy bears I've had in a long time are Black Forest gummy bears. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. Scooter, I heard about this weekend or last weekend there was a, I guess a retro computing show at the hotel. I saw pictures of it from the Sim Gaming Expo Discord, and I was like, man, wish I had been up there for that too. Yeah, it looked like it was last weekend. Same exhibit hall. Alright, maybe enough time has passed that once we get this picked up, we'll be able to get the last bit of gravel. And now that we're past the Sim Gaming Expo, we need to set up a community meetup. Somewhere on the East Coast, between Tennessee and Maryland. I am completely open to location. I think timing would be sometime in late October. Or early November. All right. That there. This needs not done. Oh, look. We framed in our window. Now we need 2,000 wooden beams, 5,000 planks. Got a nice little blueprint here showing what we need, what it's going to look like when we're all done. My local IMAX is, I don't know how many hours away. Okay. We'll just pretend that we have 8,000 liters worth of gravel. Right? Done. We were close enough. Why is the next launch going to be the last one? We will have a community meetup in Kentucky next February when we do the National Farm Machine Show. That'll be in February. All right, let's go. Nope, there's no vibration in Farm Sim. Their force feedback is basically power steering. But they used to not even have that. The force feedback really comes into play for stuff like American Truck Sim, and any real racing sim would have it. I don't know what their plans are to enhance feedback for whatever comes next. right, we need wooden beams over here. We'll just load it through the window. And what else did you want? Planks. 5 sets of planks. Oh, it very much does have feedback. You would be laughed out of the sim community if you released a driving title without feedback. Okay, that's that project. What do you want? I'm going to speed up time a little bit. And you want now OSB board. We're going to be done here in about 15 minutes. There'll be plenty of time. This stuff's not going to be done tonight. The shop won't be done until morning. The paving's almost done. That will probably finish up. Yep, that's running. Ah, look. That's nice. All right, we need 6 pallets of paving stones. Two. 4. That's why I got my bumper. 6. And now you want some sand, I bet. 2,000 units of sand. Very conveniently, we have that. And we let time pass a wee little bit. And bam. It's done. We've now paved our parking lot. It looks so much better. One project done. 2 more to go. $20, 10, 1. Oh, now look, we need 3,000 cement bags and 4,000 ceramic. Oh, shoot. I don't have ceramic tiles. All right, I think we've done enough the right way that we can cheat a little bit. There we go. Oh, look, we magically have 4,000 ceramic tiles and 3,000 cement bags. Exactly what we need to finish out our butchery. These guys will need... Let's go to sleep. We might finish some of this out in the next few moments. This is definitely not the first time I built any of this stuff. Oh, look! They worked overnight. And this looks a lot better. Now we need to bring in the doors and windows. You're still working. I don't want to spear my window. This is expensive. Who put the damn tire there? It's totally in the way. Don't drop it. Oh, they installed that pretty quick. One glass window in, one door. Now we need 4,000 furnitures. What's up, Boz, man? Oops. And two more. You know, you can get one of those standing desks, and then you get one of those treadmill things to put under it, and then you can play Farm Sim while you walk, you know, miles. See, you can exercise and get your gaming on at the same time. And we have ourselves now a built-out farm shop. Complete with a little planting. Got a sign here that's written in German that says who knows what. And look, oh, look at that. And we can bring all of these goods over here and sell them in our farm shop. So we started the stream with a garage. Now we have a farm shop. We started a stream with a muddy and dirty parking lot. Now we've got drainage. It's nice and paved. The machinery will get nice and clean. And we are closer to having a built-out butchery for when our geese reproduce. Now, this is definitely not on the mod hub, because our geese, they reproduce every month after they reach 10 months of age. Look, we already have 10 newborn geese. And next month we'll have another 10 newborn geese. And the next month we'll have another 10 newborn geese. So we gotta start butchering these geese pretty quick. And heaven forbid when these geese are 10 months old, oh, we'll have 20 geese every new month. We got some duck eggs. If you're playing this map and you get a message about egg spawning, you got a mod conflict. It's probably something that has to do with pallets, liftable pallets, large pallets, something. And that's where we're going to call it for tonight, folks. We'll be back on Wednesday, hopefully. Unless Giants drops a map. I got a video tomorrow where we cover the new geese area down here. And it has its own butcher. If you are squeamish at the sight of artificial blood, then look away. Oh, I can't go in because I don't own it. But we can look through the windows and we can see horrible things have happened in here. And with that, happy farming.